What is up, guys? Pdaaaawg here for Season 2 of Dose of the DAWG. Even though it's not really seasons, but we are starting a new set of Dose of the DAWG videos. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Just to remind all of you, Dose of the DAWG is mainly whenever I talk about bigger topics. Ones I can't just, explain in like a small 3-minute video. So I ramble quite a lot, I rant. I'm still doing it in this picture format because, well, it's a lot easier for me to move stuff around, and also the dog pictures are pretty good, which I put up there. And what's gonna happen is I've got a couple of stuff planned out. I've got a couple of multi-part Dose of the DAWGs planned out. For example, I'm gonna be doing a 3-part Dose of the DAWG on Street Fighter Cross Tekken, where I'm gonna do a week before Cross Tekken comes out. I'm gonna make a Dose of the DAWG about my feelings about it, and then whenever it comes out, I'm gonna get my first impressions of it, and then about a couple of months later, I'm gonna make the after effect Dose of the DAWG on that, and I'm gonna talk about how the fighting game community has kind of accepted the game. Maybe after Evolution in August, I might make it. That's if they haven't announced another Cross Tekken game there. Anyway, today I'm gonna be talking about a topic that I've been thinking about for quite a while, but I feel as if I might as well address, and that's for video quality. Now, for some of you that have been long-time fans of mine, which are about 10 of you, I would guess, or about a seventh of my audience would probably know about this. But in the very early times of my videos, my video quality was pretty bad. It was about 240p most of the time, and a lot of people, that's why I'm guessing that's one of the reasons why I didn't get that many subscribers. Is like I said, I don't really care for subscribers, but that was one of the key reasons, because there are a bunch of people like have good quality videos and they've got plenty of subscribers, but the content is just very bland. But I'll get to that in more detail later on. So my quality back then was pretty meh. It wasn't actually that good. And then I moved up to 360p. That was a bit better. Especially for like fighting games, the characters are a good bit more smoother. They're still not really good quality, and like I said, like some of the stuff I have is pretty, like it's not really done quite well. For example, the camera might not completely be focused around the TV. You might see bits outside the TV, like my wall behind it. So I wouldn't say that my quality in my videos is essentially great. It is good. Let's put it that way. You can actually see what's going on. I think that's probably the most important part for video quality. As long as you know what's going on, it's good enough. Like, people say, oh my gosh, this quality is horrible because, oh, it's not 720 or 1080p, oh, you should be ashamed of yourself. And really, like, you could easily do it in 240p, but if you could see everything, then I think that, for me, I think that's like, that is good video quality. It's only if you see, shaky camera, can't see anything, that's bad video quality. But as long as you can see what's going on, at least quite clearly, and I'm not expecting it to be crystal clear. Obviously, that's really good quality, but, if you can just, I would say my quality, it's not completely perfect. Like, sometimes you can't see some of the text, but, I mean, in Street Fighter, you don't really need to see any of the text, or, Call of Duty, you don't see any text in that. You don't need to see any of it. So, I think games like that there, they kind of lend themselves to having videos of, you don't need to have really good quality videos to record them, even though people do prefer it, and I'll talk about that as well, like audiences that prefer video quality over content. So like I was saying before, obviously my video quality hasn't really changed. I've always been thinking about getting a better camera just so that I can, because I am going on, I'm possibly going on a holiday later this year, so I might be getting I was thinking about getting a really good camera so that I could record stuff around there, and also because there's more purposes than like an HD PVR. But once again, I'll get to that. It's gonna be quite a long Dose of the DAWG. I've got a bunch of stuff planned. Still haven't written anything down because that's not what I do for Dose of the DAWG. Anyway, I know a bunch of people that have really HD PVRs. They have they don't do anything in it. They're just the same generic. Most of the time it's Call of Duty, but 80% of it's Call of Duty. And then, they would have that kind of stuff. They would have, HD PVR quality, but they wouldn't, they're not original at all. They would just be the same generic, oh, I'm going to commentate on Black Ops 2, which could be coming out. Oh, Black Ops 2, how dare they make another Black Ops game? Why are they still making them? And then it's pretty ironic the way they're talking about that, and they're still, playing the game, their 10th prestige in Modern Warfare 3, and they're saying, oh, this game sucks. So it doesn't really make much sense, to be completely honest, in my opinion. And it's pretty weird how people could do stuff like that. They're like, oh, you know, like completely, like be like kind of almost hypocrites and talk about, oh, this game sucks and still play it. And then like their audience obviously are like, you know, they're most of the time they would be like teenagers, like they'd be like Woody's gamer tag audiences, if you will. Because I think older people kind of understand that it's not just video quality that is needed to be good. For example, look at DSP. DSP originally his videos weren't really that good quality. I mean, like I said, they probably were better than mine, but just a tiny bit. But people subscribed to him because of his commentary, like because he was all funny, he was laughing, he was joking around, he was swearing, he was raging. You know, that's why people liked them, and they didn't care for the video quality. They didn't care that it wasn't HD. PVR or just general HD quality. They didn't care. They were like, oh, well, we like his content, so we're going to subscribe to him. And I don't get why people say, oh, well, we can't subscribe to him if the quality isn't good. You know, oh, they need HD quality. And like people say stuff like, oh, if you have like, some people have like dazzles, and people say, oh, it's not HD, so it sucks. Like what? Like where's the logic in that? Like you can still see everything clearly. Like for example, in Deadly Dog, the Call of Duty montage channel that me and my friend Dean had for about a couple of years ago. I mean, the quality in that was it was good, but I mean, it wasn't, you know, brilliant. It was mainly like camera to a TV, and then people were like, "Oh my gosh, this quality sucks." Oh, like I don't know why you can say it sucks when you can see everything going on, and you can even see it clearly. I don't think you have any right to say, "Oh, this quality sucks," when, you know, it's not HD PVR quality. Like a lot of people think you can't upload a video unless it's HD PVR. Not even HD camera, HD PVR. That's why I'm guessing if DSP had an HD PVR, and if he recorded all of his playthroughs in like an HD PVR type quality, then people would subscribe to him a bit more because, oh, now you can see everything. Even though DSP's quality is like no different to an HD PVR, like it looks the exact same as it, and I don't understand why people could just say, oh, we do. Like some people just don't like camera footage, and it's probably because, you know, the voice quality could be a bit weird. Like voice quality whenever you're recording, like if you're recording with a camera, your voice is kind of behind them, whereas if you're recording it from a mic after, like say a Call of Duty gameplay, then you could obviously hear the voice a much more clearer. But I mean, at the same time, what's the difference, to be honest? You can still hear him talking as well, so I don't get why people still judge stuff like that there. So like, I think that's probably a reason why, because like audiences, you know, they're mostly teenagers, and all they care about, or kids, and all they care about is good video quality, and that's it. Like, you know, maybe they wish they had an HD PVR, so they were like, oh, we like this guy just because he has an HD PVR, and we don't care if he doesn't say anything. Some people actually have Call of Duty gameplay and they don't say anything, and then they get like loads of subscribers. Whereas, you know, somebody like, I'm not, you know, directing this at myself, but take someone like me where I kind of have my little swing to things. Like a lot of people in my school, I'll get to you in a Pdaaaawg later on. A lot of people in my school say that they like my content because I have such dry humor, and a lot of people, I mean, you don't see a lot of people have like dry humor on YouTube, but most of the time they try and force jokes. Some people are just naturally funny, like once again DSP, he's obviously quite a naturally funny guy, and I'm making like two comparisons here between me and DSP and the generic Call of Duty commentator, but at the same time, I mean, come on, like, I mean, it's pretty good comparisons, I would say. So I still don't get it, like how some people could aim like for the best. And one thing that really confuses me is how people would buy an HD PVR even if they only have like 20 subscribers. Now, shout out to XP and Scene for this, because he is somebody that he did get a capture card, but I mean at the same time he doesn't want to get an HD PVR for like £150 because he only has 20 subscribers. But I guarantee if he does buy one, he'll so it doesn't even matter what he can do. He could put up and play porn music in the background and he still get loads of subscribers, because people are just like, oh my gosh, good quality, subscribe or like or whatever. So like stuff like that there is pretty annoying and confusing. The way that they just judge your videos only on quality and on, you know, content. So if you have someone like really unique, like I'm trying to think of a good one, but I don't know. I guess you could say Woody's gamer tag is he takes advice from like kids or he tries to give kids advice, but that's very creepy in my opinion, but it doesn't matter. And like, you know, stuff like that there is pretty original. It's not like a generic Call of Duty content. Like I know like two people in particular, but I'm not gonna call them out, where they have HD PVR quality. They have less than 1,000 subscribers. They bought an HD PVR anyway, and I don't know why. That's one of them. It's like such a gamble to do something like that there. Even though you might get a lot of subscribers, but at the same time, what are you gonna aim for? Oh, I might get 10p for every 10,000 views I get in my video. Oh, but you only have like 20,000 views overall, so it makes no sense. So and like they don't do anything original. They're just generic. One of them's actually a really like quite a small kid, and literally he does nothing original. He's just like, oh, look at me, I'm so cool, I'm so cool, and then and, about 50 thumbs up and about 3,000 views and like 500 subscribers. Like what? And like somebody else I know, he does the ultimate trifectas is Call of Duty and Minecraft and what was the other one? Battlefield, I think. And and they don't do anything original. Boom, like 1,000 subscribers, and worst of all, they're getting like partnerships as well, so they're getting paid for being not original. So it's pretty weird. But like I said, this is not some sort of hate rant. I'm just saying my point of view in this here, like about video quality and answering like questions about people saying, oh, why didn't you improve your video quality? Because I mean, I only do YouTube for fun, and I didn't see the point in buying something to try and increase my fan base, even though my fan base is quite limited and I only do videos because I'm bored, pretty much. Like I'm not like Taz is another one. Like Taz didn't really let's just say this. Taz for a long time didn't like upgrade his equipment or anything, and he only uploaded videos just casually, and he got like 600 subscribers. Now that's someone that I like, somebody that they do like it doesn't really matter about originality, but I mean the fact that he records his content or his video quality isn't the best. You can still see everything though, so the quality is good. He does have a pretty interesting sense of humor, which kind of makes him original. And he just uploads whenever he feels like, and like it took him a couple of years, but he earned his subscribers. Like he really did earn them. And then people like there I really do respect and I look up to, because they do what they do. They don't care about video quality or about addictive stereotypical kids watching their videos, and all they do is just rock about and do all kinds of crazy stuff. But I did actually notice something that I was looking at my general viewing age, and 13 to 18 was actually third in mine. I think first was 19 to 26 and second was 26 to 30 something, which I'm pretty happy about. Actually, mature people actually watch my videos, I'm pretty happy about. Either that or just a bunch of kids under different accounts, but we'll ignore that possibility. And another thing I don't know about upgrading my quality is, if I was to upgrade my quality, get a new camera, the reason why I got a new TV, it wasn't because, oh, I want to impress my fan base, it's because I always wanted one for years, and I finally got one for my birthday because I was well behaved and I saved up money. That's the only reason why I got a new TV, and I do love it, and I didn't get haven't gotten a new camera, but if I was to upgrade my quality of my videos, it would be for a new camera. But not because my fans wanted it, but because you can do much more with a camera than you could with an HD PVR. I mean, let's face it, like, an HD camera, you don't have to just record gameplay footage of it, you can record stuff around the house. My Pvlogs to be better quality. If I was to ever go somewhere on like a trip, I could record stuff. And not even put it on YouTube, just, watch it for my own amusement. Or not really in that context, but watch it, back with like family or something, or like stuff like that is much more useful. Whereas if you were to get an HD PVR, like all you can do is just record gameplay footage, and it pretty much limits you to pray that your fan base is good. I mean, think about somebody like Mighty Furtado or Chris 3GB or whatever you want to call him. He is somebody that got an HD PVR, and I do understand his frustration, because if you spend that much money on HD PVR and cameras and mics and stuff, you want to get big on YouTube. But I mean, at the same time, if he literally, if he's watching this video, which he never does, because he's not even subscribed to me, so I doubt he'll even see this video. But if he wants some tips, or if he wants to get subscribers, just make Call of Duty videos, and there you go, you've got subscribers. But just understand, they're going to be kids, they're going to be nagging at you to make stupid stuff like montages or dual-tages or whatever the heck they want. I don't really know. And then he could easily just rack them up. But because he does like some original stuff, like, he does do a whole pile of different gaming footage, even if it isn't like the commentary style format. He doesn't limit himself to just one game, and he openly admits that he doesn't limit it to one game. So stuff like that there. Like, I do respect him as well for branching out. He isn't just trying to melt. He isn't trying to like rack up subscribers just by doing the same old thing over and over again. And people like that, we need more of them on YouTube, more original people that don't just record one video and then gets a bunch of generic subscribers and and oh, look at me, I'm so popular. Oh well, too bad anyone could do that. Like, I could easily just get an HD PVR and record Call of Duty, and there you go, I'm instantly famous. But like, I don't want to. Like, number one, because I don't want to be famous, and number two, because I'm not like that. I don't care for YouTube fame. and I just want to record stuff whenever I feel like it, and people and my subscribers seem to, you know, like that, but I don't really know. Like, you don't really say, you don't really give me that much feedback to work on, but we're alright. We'll ignore that. We'll ignore that. So let's talk about some other stuff. Like, one more thing about the video quality. Sorry, I keep on like losing track of what I was on about, but keeping track to what I was saying, the final thing I would say is if you were to get it for like your birthday or something, my birthday's coming up in about 3 months, right? So if I went out to my parents, would I say, oh, can I get an HD camera? And then they'd say, oh, why do you want that? And I'd be like, oh, well, because I can record stuff all around. I could record, you know, if I go on holiday, or if I go on a trip, and then it'd be all nice and HD quality, and you could all enjoy it, and, you know, and we could watch it on our HD TV, and then we can all have fun, laugh, and joke around. And then they'd be like, oh, okay, that sounds reasonable. And then I wouldn't even mention, oh, but I can also point up to my TV and record videos, because that wouldn't really make more sense. They wouldn't understand that, even though they do understand my YouTube presence. Or would you walk up to them and say, oh, Mum, Dad, I want an HD PVR. Oh, why do you want that, son? Oh, it's because I want to get big on YouTube and earn like 2p a video. And they would instantly go, no. How much is an HD PVR? Oh, it's £150. Oh, well, no thanks. We're not going to fork out that much money. We're not going to fork out half of as much as you got for your HD TV on a stupid HD PVR. And you know, and even then, like, an HD camera is cheaper, or most of the time it's cheaper, unless you want to get an extremely high quality 260 flipping p, whatever the heck that would be, even though it doesn't even exist, you know, type camera. I mean, like, it's much more probable and much more useful to get a camera than to get an HD PVR. And people on YouTube need to understand that, and stop trying to nag and say, oh, why are you recording with a camera? That sucks. Stick with an HD PVR. Well, like, you know, makes no sense. And I do understand people like XP and saying they get attacked for not using an HD PVR. Oh my gosh, you have 20 subscribers. Why do you not get an HD PVR? So I don't get it. Stuff like that is pretty annoying. And finally, the thing I want to say is the fact that sometimes there are kids that have HD PVRs, and you know they record stuff like that. That's a really confusing thing. Like if you are 12 years old and you're like learning about teenage life and maybe going into adulthood, you know, in a couple of years' time. Like, I don't understand why you would buy an HD PVR, try and get big on YouTube. Like, what are you going to achieve if you're, like, 12 years old and you wanted to get a partnership? And it's pretty confusing how, like, kids like that are even own HD PVRs. Like, how do they convince their parents? Unless they saved up money, which I doubt. But if they went up to their parents and said, oh, we want an HD PVR, and they said, oh, okay. And it really makes no sense. And also, you would need some, like, good quality software to run that. I think I don't really know much about HD PVRs, but I do know how they work. Like, I do know the general stuff about them. Stuff like that's pretty confusing. So my whole take on this, my 2 cents in this to wrap this video up, is video quality doesn't really matter as long as the content's original and good, and that if you do want to get subscribers really quickly, you know, just make Call of Duty videos, buy an HD PVR, buy all your stupid software and mics, and get big on YouTube. I respect people that are original and they don't fucking care for, you know, generic ways to earn subscribers, like including some of the YouTube flaws that they do. Like, oh, I've already talked about, you know, YouTube whores in a previous Dose of the Dog. So we won't get to that again. But people that like abuse the system and try to get more subscribers and try and get big on YouTube, especially if you're like 12 years old. You don't need to get big on YouTube when you're 12. Worry more about your studies and your school. Because in case YouTube crashes because of Super or Pippa, if a new one comes out, then you better fucking cry because your career's over. So go cry. Anyway, that's pretty much my 2 cents. Hope you enjoyed it. Camera, I think, is better than PVR. Maybe the quality isn't that good, but I mean convenience, you know, video, like general cheapness, useful ability, even though it's not even a word, usefulness would be a better word. You know, I just think they're better. A lot of people disagree with me. I'll get like 100 dislikes if I just openly enforce that in one video. So that's just my 2 cents. We're 19 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this video up. Stick around. Pvlogs. I've got some other videos coming up. So maybe some more Dose of the Dogs coming up. And I will see you guys soon. Peace out.